The girl had been locked inside a machine by her parents for 15 years and had never seen the outside world. She suffered from an air deficiency disorder and could only survive inside a purification pod. But one day, an earthquake hit, cutting power to the entire city. Luckily, the pod switched to its backup battery. Worried for his daughter's safety, the father rushed home. But as soon as he reached the building, something strange happened. A panicked passerby was fleeing, birds flew overhead, and alarms blared throughout the city. Sensing danger, the father ran into the crowd and saw thick smoke pouring from the sewers. Anyone who inhaled the smoke collapsed instantly and died on the spot. Before he could react, more of the smoke surged in from the distance like a tidal wave. Everyone began running for their lives, and he sprinted back home. Meanwhile, his wife saw people being swallowed by the gas and still didn't understand what was happening. Soon, the man arrived. Because their daughter couldn't be exposed to the air, they had to leave her behind. Fortunately, the pod protected her from inhaling the toxic gas. The couple ran to the top floor and hid in a neighbor's apartment. Inside, the wife immediately contacted their daughter. After confirming she was safe, they both felt relieved. Looking down from the balcony, they could no longer see the street. Everything was buried in the toxic cloud, but it seemed to have stopped rising. Still worried, the father used binoculars and saw that the entire city was engulfed. He also made a discovery. The smoke didn't harm skin, only breathing it in was fatal. But the backup battery in the pod could only last a few more hours. They were on the 7th floor, and running down to the 2nd floor to change the battery and returning would take at least 5 minutes, impossible to do while holding their breath. Suddenly, the father remembered an old man on the 6th floor had an oxygen mask. He took a deep breath, held it, and rushed down. He smashed the window and climbed inside. The old man was already dead. He searched quickly and found the oxygen gear just in time. The father put on the mask and packed the oxygen tank in his bag. As he was leaving, he heard a noise from the room. Gripping a hammer, he prepared to defend himself, but it was only a puppy. Strangely, the mother dog had died, but the puppy survived. There was no time to think. He ran back and replaced the battery. Knowing the new battery would also run out soon, he decided to search for a power supply on the streets. He went downstairs and saw bodies everywhere. Then he heard a whistle. Following the sound, he discovered the military was evacuating survivors. Seeing he had no gear, they gave him a gas mask and invited him to leave with them. But his wife and daughter were still waiting at home. So, what do you think? Would he leave them behind?